Hey guys, so today I'm going to read some unpopular opinion posts from Reddit and just give you my opinions on them. So let's get started. Actually, first, side note, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not, but if you hear a noise in the background, that's my washing machine. Sorry. Okay, so the first one is called Eating a Full Diet Daily is Exhausting and Annoying. Hitting all of the daily vitamins, proteins, fats, and keeping up with water is insanely difficult to me. I can barely stay hydrated. How do people eat a diet that hits all the nutrition points and do it every day? I don't think this is unpopular because I also struggle with this. And I also think it's insanely difficult. Number 2 is called Apartment Living is Better Than House Living. You don't have to worry about mowing your grass or shoveling your driveway. People are so much nicer in an elevator than on the street. You don't have to worry about a nosy neighbor calling the city because they don't like what you're doing with your property. The view is so much nicer than suburbia. You have a built-in retirement plan if you're 6 floors or higher up. You don't have to worry about salespeople, religions, or surveyors knocking on your door. The main selling points of houses aren't even there in newer developments as they have tiny yards and all look the same. Plus, nobody even knows their neighbors nowadays. You're usually miles away from amenities as suburban sprawl has overtaken everything, meaning even if you wanted to take a walk to the store, you couldn't. That's just my personal taste too, not even touching on the socio-economic or environmental issues of low-density urban development. And then they added an edit. I totally forgot 24/7 garbage dumping. I don't have to keep smelly garbage in my house or worry about animals getting into it. So as someone that has lived in both, there's obviously pros and cons for both, but for me personally, I have more cons with apartment living than house living, so I'm gonna have to say this is an unpopular opinion. Number 3 is called The Relentless Push for Self-Improvement is a Trap that leaves us miserable and exhausted. I think our obsession with self-improvement is doing more harm than good. Everywhere I look, there's pressure to optimize every part of your life. Your productivity, your health, your habits, apps, books, and influencers tell us we're only a few hacks away from being the best version of ourselves. But honestly, I think this constant drive for improvement just makes us miserable. I used to buy into it. I tracked my habits, set ambitious goals, and measured my progress. Sure, I achieved some things, but I also felt perpetually inadequate. The more I improved, the more I saw areas where I was falling short. It became exhausting, like I was chasing a moving target that I'd never reach. What's worse is that this obsession isn't even necessary. The pressure to always be better feels like a product of our hustle culture, where being average isn't good enough. But what's wrong with just being okay? Why isn't it enough to just live and enjoy life without turning it into a project? I know this is unpopular because self-help has practically become a religion. People swear by the routine and goals, and anything less is seen as laziness or failure, but I don't think constantly striving for more is the answer. Sometimes the thing we can do is let ourselves be flawed, unoptimized, and content with that. Okay, so to me, this is an unpopular opinion because I think people should always be working on themselves, improving themselves the entire time that they're alive, because I don't think anyone is actually ever done growing. Now, with all that in mind, you also need to know when there's still room for improvement and when to just be satisfied with where you are. And I think part of the problem comes from trying to compare yourself to others, because when you do that, I don't think you're ever truly happy with your progress, because you'll always see someone else and think, oh, they're doing so much better than me. So I think that's when it becomes a problem. So when it comes to accepting your skills or your character, I think self-awareness is really important, and being able to accept you for you is also important, because, like, for example, I'm not the best at applying makeup, but I'm okay with this level. Like, I'm fine with my abilities and all that. I'm not trying to be some top-notch makeup artist. Or for example, I'm naturally a shy and timid person, so I would like to be able to speak like more easily to people in public, but I'm also not trying to be the most outgoing person ever. So long story short, I think self-improvement is really important, and we should all strive to be the best versions of ourselves. Okay, the fourth and final one is called Microwave Bacon is Better Than Fried. The salt, the fattiness, the depth, the flavor. All of these things are captured in perfectly microwaved bacon. When pan-fried, you lose some of the innate bacony flavor, and also you miss out on the delightful chew that comes from the microwaved form. When I think of bacon, I think of crispiness. You do not get crispy bacon from a microwave. No, unpopular. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Please let me know in the comments below if you think these are unpopular or popular opinions. Thanks for watching and have a good day.